Yo, this is Dova Blackhat Gaming. I do RPG games like Elder Scrolls and Fallout and many more. Subscribe to see more and enjoy the video.
Welcome to Jonestead, stranger. An underground town, safe and far away from the troubles on the outside. I'm not surprised you haven't heard about us. It's not the most interesting place in Skyrim for adventurers. Not really. Normally, I'd ask a newcomer if they're interested in building a home down here. But since that would mean relinquishing all of your weapons, I get the feeling that wouldn't work for you. I suppose if you're desperate for work, you can see if our town's founder, Marcus Pinter, has any errands for you to run. I'm Walsh, co-founder of Jonestead, along with Marcus. If you ever need anything around town, I'm the man to see. "10 years ago, Marcus came to me, seeking aid to build an underground town in this cavern. I was the head of a construction company at the time, but I was a few weeks away from retirement. He said he was looking for a place to get away from it all, and thought living underground, literally, was the only way to do that. The prospect of building something of this magnitude was enough to keep me in the job for another year. So, after adjusting a rock or two and building houses for the Pinter family and myself, Jonestead was completed. Families have come and gone, but the Pinter family and I have been here since the beginning. Anyway, about the name, Marcus thought it would be a good idea to name it after the Aldmeri god of Secunda. Said he thought this place was like a crater on the face of the moon. Sorry, I'm not one to spread gossip. If you have any questions for anyone, you can ask them directly. Almost everyone here is happy to keep their doors open and welcome guests into their homes. When Marcus and I founded Jonestead 10 years ago, he made it very clear that he wanted it to be a safe haven. He wanted to have no part in whatever wars were fought on the outside. The town's pacifist roots have helped so far in avoiding attention from either side in the Civil War. Bandits have never been a problem, thanks to the Jarl of the Rift and his commitment to securing our perimeter. Take care of yourself out there.
Just you and me against the world now. Not that I'm complaining.
The fray approaches. This one is called the Banshee, but it's only a name given to the Khajiit form. Only the dead know this one's true identity. Of course, do not feel intimidated by appearances. This one will not hurt you in this form. Return if you have news to share of the outside.
How are you doing, love?
Who are you? Oh, good. It's been a while since we received a visitor that was interested in some work. Sorry about the rude introduction. Let's just start over. I'm Marcus Pender, founder of this town. If you're looking for work, then I have the perfect task for you. I sent my daughter Kasia out over an hour ago to fetch some fresh goods from Maids II, and she hasn't returned. If you wouldn't mind, can you go look for her and bring her back immediately? I have some spare coins lying around to pay you for your trouble. It is. Consider it a test to see if you're reliable for jobs that require a little more legwork and pay a lot more gold. Okay, just come back with her soon, understand? I need to get back to planning.
If loving you was a crime, I'd be guilty as charged.
This is unacceptable. What gives Walsh the right to open private shipments addressed to my name?
You have to understand that it's only a precaution, Bosca. Ever since you moved here, you've been petitioning non-stop to allow the sale of weapons. My father...
Yes. Your father. I've asked countless times to speak with him privately about his idiotic policy, and still he refuses me. This town's love for pacifism has gone too far. Nobody here wants to admit it, but Skyrim is under attack. Noble warriors on the outside are in desperate need of weapons, wherever they go. Let me provide them with the swords that they need, while at the same time helping your father up from the empty pit he's dug himself into.
Don't pretend to care about my father. If you truly wish to help, then you can start by not breaking the rules. Aid the people of Skyrim by going to where they need it most. Do not wait for that opportunity to stumble into town.
You've made your point. So be it. But my chance at saving a little piece of Skyrim is right here in Jonestead. Tell your father that I will no longer be pestering him over this matter. Now take your goods and leave. I have a much more appreciative guest waiting.
Nice outfit. At least you'll keep up.
Oh, hello. I did not realize you were waiting. You're new to Jonestead, aren't you? It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Kasia. I apologize for giving you a poor first impression of our town. Bosco over there isn't on the best of terms with my father, and I foolishly thought it was a good idea to confront him. But enough of that. It's not every day that a stranger comes to our town. What brings you to Jonestead? This again? Can't you just let me have some time to myself without worrying? Ugh, this is so embarrassing. He won't say it, so I will. Sorry for wasting your time. Let's hurry and get back home. I'm sure Hope he pays you well.
Kasia, where have you been?
I went to get the food from Adato like you asked.
The Ancestor Glade was a sight to see. We should go back and visit
Kasia,
if we have the
you
time.
can't keep doing this. Now more than ever, I need to know you're safe. The Civil War and the return of the dragons. This is the perfect chance for them to strike.
Nothing is going to happen, Dad. Almost 20 years of us running away from whatever it is you fear, even longer for you alone. Not once have we been in danger.
Soon you'll understand. I'm so close to finishing this battle. When it is finally over, I'll tell you everything. Trust me.
Trust? How can you say that? You trusted this stranger to bring me back here. When you couldn't trust me to do something so mundane as to bring you food? You haven't left this house since we got news of the attack on Helgen. Keep hiding all you want, but I'm visiting Riften tomorrow. With or without your permission.
Walsh has already been informed to keep an eye on who comes and leaves Jonestead. I made sure to let him know you are not allowed to leave unless I say so. Altog and Bugdol will be outside the gate if you manage to slip out.
Are you insane? Okay, have them do that. I'll find some other way out of here.
Nice. A warm hearth and warm beds. Who could ask for more?
That went better than I expected. Not good, but not as bad as how she reacted when we moved out of Solitude when she was a kid. I hope it wasn't a hassle tracking her down. As promised, here's 200 gold. It's not much, but I have some more to spare if you're willing to run one more errand for me. Indeed she did. To her, I'm just an overprotective father, but in reality, I held a truth that would devastate her emotionally. Look around, you friend. There is turmoil wherever you go. Not just Skyrim, but all of Tamriel. War, dragons. But none of that is what worries me. There exists an enemy that has plagued my family for generations. Pinder family has known nothing but their torment ever since the end of the Third Era. I cannot discuss it with anybody except my closest confidants. Not even Walsh knows the real reason why I'm so afraid. The fact that I am even talking to you about this is because I trust you not to say a word to my daughter. Maybe when it is all over, you'll learn about what I was fighting by reading the history books. Or you'll quietly go on with your life as my bloodline comes to a tragic end. I'm sure she wouldn't be too happy if all I said was, she's the best daughter in Tamriel. Her mother passed away during childbirth. I'm sure she would have loved Kasha. She was stoic, for lack of a better term, but compassionate. She would have been an excellent mother, a far better parent than I have been. Beautiful, isn't she? Her looks obviously come from her mother, who was Ashen. They're quite a rare sight in Tamriel. Kasha is actually a mixed race. Ashen, Nord, Imperial, and even Bosmer. Our family has quite a history. No, she doesn't. It's the curse of being a Pinder. Whenever we go on a rare trip outside of Jonestead, we have to disguise ourselves. She abhors having to wear a masked helmet, but it is for our protection. One day she will understand why we do this. But until then, I'm afraid she will not have the opportunity to make any friends. It pains me to put her through this, but I have no other choice. As a matter of fact, yes, she does, and I'm not talking about her errands or chores. To help out with our personal finances, she goes around town providing maid services for a small charge. The Donda schedule her to work every weekday, Zunsa every weekend, and the others hire at random. Kasha loves her job. Keeps her entertained in what she would consider a boring old town. She always has fun with Zunza's boy, John. Fine by me. That stubborn Argonian has been insisting on the sale of weapons here in Jonestead to help improve our economy. I understand the need for weapons in Skyrim these days, but I will not allow him to compromise the virtues this town stands for. Besides, we rarely receive any visitors, much less soldiers and adventurers. We'd end up losing more due to shipping costs. Walsh and I have discussed the situation in private. And all that needs to be said is that if he tries to sneak in weapons again, we're kicking him out. That is unfortunate. This isn't the first time Kasha has tried fighting my battles. It must be because I'm getting old and she feels the need to defend me in any given situation. Thank you for telling me. I'll have her apologize to Bosca later, even though what she said in their banner was probably true. Yes, originally I had planned to have you deliver this letter by yourself, but as you saw, Kasha is furious. It would be a load off my back if you can take her with you. May she consider it my unspoken apology for embarrassing her. Usually, she would have to wear a mask whenever she travels with me outside of Jonestead. But I figured since your path is through the wilderness, it wouldn't hurt not to wear it this one time. I have faith in your ability to get the job done, stranger. You could have easily run off with my daughter, but you came back. My intuition says I should have no doubts about Kasha's safety as long as she is by your side. Now to tell you where you're going. Do you know of Euphoria Palace? No problem. I'll mark it on your map. Here's a letter. Don't bother trying to read it. It's highly encrypted. Deliver it to one of the guards at the front entrance. They'll know who it's for. It's a brothel. Now before you judge, I have business with the owners, not the courtesans. We go way back. Our friendship during these trying times will be beneficial for us all. This letter is requesting their assistance. That's all there is to it. Have Kasha tag along, deliver the letter to Euphoria Palace, and return for your payment. I'd appreciate if you'd do this immediately. Go tell Kasha about the plan when you're ready. I have to lock the doors behind you. Now if you'll excuse me.
Hey, thanks again for everything. You made the world a better place. For me.
Oh, hello again. Are you planning on staying a while longer? It'd be nice to have some company for once.
Redecorating. Don't look at me like that. It was just a suggestion.
Thinking about a way to get out of here. Walking out the door won't work if what Dad said is true. Maybe stuff myself into a crate and wait to be shipped off? Bosca sends out shipments every other day. If I sneak into the warehouse during the middle of the night... No, you're right. It won't. I just don't know what to do. Maybe I'm just being selfish. My father needs me. I just wish he wouldn't be so paranoid about me getting hurt. Give me one chance to prove that I can look after myself. To explore Skyrim without him by my side. True freedom. What? Are you serious? By the gods, what did you say to him? Doesn't matter. I can't believe it. Thank you so much. Let me get some of my gear. Well, I better bring along my mask, too. I don't know what to say. Ever since I was a child, we would always have to cover our faces everywhere we went. Again, thank you. If only you knew how long I've waited for this opportunity. Where are we going? Ugh. I knew this was too good to be true. Father's obsessed with that disgusting place. He always has an excuse. Delivering a letter, checking up on an old friend. He can't admit that he's going there for, you know. Does he have no shame? Bet that letter is only to schedule another appointment.
It's good to have somewhere like this to come back to.
Yes, it's a chance to finally get out of Jonestead and see the world in a completely new way. I'm not thrilled about the destination, but it should be fun nonetheless. Maybe my father is turning over a new leaf. This could be his way of preparing me to leave the nest. My 20th birthday is coming up. Right behind you. It would be best not to upset my father by taking me anywhere else other than the palace. Not that I would mind, but I'd hate for you to get in trouble. If you have an emergency on the way there, you can send me back to Jonestead. I'll wait inside by the entrance.
Finally. Place to relax.
This is so exciting. No pressure, but let's hurry up and get out of here.
Hope everyone enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the bell icon. See you all on the next video. Enjoy life. And stay.